painting pals, welcome back. You may remember if you saw my disastrous video starring Fizz from Hell of a Boss. Not a show I watch, but one of my clients does, and commissioned him, and everything went wrong. And I broke him, and then we fixed him. Well, Ben fixed him. Guess what? My client came back and I have a baby Fizz. I've already started some of the painting on him, but if you remember in that video, I was thinking about doing a video when I broke him, and that's what we're gonna do today, now that I've got take 2. So we are doing glow in the dark, and this is paint. This is literally glow in the dark acrylic paint, and it's fun to play with. So let's get into it. Okay, so what we're gonna start with is, first off, let me show you the color palette we're following. So I need a green that I actually don't have a paint for. Let's be honest, it's a very, very pale version of this color, which I only have this color. It's very similar to this color as far as the paleness. So I'm hoping between mixing these two, maybe a little white, and the glow in the dark, I'm hoping we're gonna end up with the right color, and that I'm going to be able to add enough of each medium to not overpower and allow the glow in the dark. Now, this glow in the dark is simply glow in the dark. It doesn't have like a real color or anything special, but I do also have these glow in the dark pigment powders. Now, before you get all excited, because, you know, hey, there's a nice green and everything, with these pigment powders, glow in the dark, once you mix them into paint, they don't glow anymore. The paint completely overpowers and you got nothing. So these can only be used as pigment powders. I haven't tried them with just straight up medium, like you would with if you were mixing your own paint, where you add the medium to the pigment powder, but maybe that'll be a future video. But we're not doing that today because I know that doesn't work and it's not what we're going for. We're going to be playing with a little bit of mixing, and then I'll show you the fun of how this stuff works. So I'm just going to throw in a bunch of colors. I don't know how you guys, figure things out and play, and those of you who are always asking for what am I using, what my recipes. Yeah, I don't know how you do anything without that. But the truth is, I like to play and figure things out on my own and guess, and I love color theory, and I kind of just love playing with different colors, and I'm usually pretty good about being able to match colors very, very well. All right, now we'll mix this up and see what we get. That is definitely still too vibrant. So let's try adding some white to brighten it and desaturate it some more. And when I said some, I had no idea I would actually use all of it. Look at that color. Sure enough, it's a little too bright now. Too much white, which I kind of called. But that's okay. Let's be honest. This character is just going to be my doom. Not really, but... And I'm gonna go with it. So now the next step that I want to do, I don't want to go ahead and throw that all on there, because what if it doesn't glow in the dark? Well, let's check that real quick. Not super dark, turning off all my lights, but I promise it's not glowing. And it's not going to glow because it needs to be charged up. So we use the UV light to make it glow. Just 1 second, I'm gonna keep this running, but I'm gonna move the camera into somewhere actually dark so you can see the glow. All right, guys, this is the studio when it's all dark, minus the UV light I'm holding in the paint. You ready to see it? Are you ready? Are you ready? There it is. A wonderful glow. And that's just after a few seconds with a teeny tiny UV flashlight. 1 second, let's turn on the lights. So as you can see, that is working. And when you leave it out like in the sunlight, let it charge up for a whole day, it glows real bright, real good. So all I have to do is slap it on the model. Now that I have it all mixed up and I know it works. You want to be careful because if you put too much paint in there and don't have enough of the glow in the dark paint shining through, then it's not going to work. So once I get this slathered on, we'll have some more fun with some glow in the dark before I send you off to final photos and looking at the final product. Because this is fun, but at the same time, we're gonna keep it short and we don't need to go into a whole lot of detail because this is all about just having fun and something different. You know, if you're looking for something, I don't know, a little something special to put on your Space Marines or a little something special to have something fun with, you know, your D&D character, this is a great way to do that. There's lots of creative ways to make figures stand out and be a little more unique and special. So this is just one of the many ways. And if you want to hear about more, then you should definitely hit that subscribe button. And maybe even the bell notification so you get notifications every time we got new stuff coming out. You might enjoy that. And if not, well, thank you anyway for watching. So now that I got it on the whole model, let me put you guys on hold here for a second. Go turn off the lights and I'll show you the whole glow. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yay! And as you can see, that's just the first coat. So once I get the second coat on him and get the rest of the painting done, I'm also going to do his eyes and maybe a little bit on the teeth. So, but those of course are going to be different color. The eyes go a little yellow. The teeth being white, I think they're supposed to be like a yellowish white. Again, reference photo. I think I'm just going to use the glow in the dark straight over the white. But because we have the wonderful editing, we're going to take you over and you can see what I did, even though I have no clue at this point. I can tell you I'm going to have fun painting it. As I said before, I don't need to make this super long. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun. I hope you go find yourself some of this. I have no clue where I got it from, but Deco Art is the brand and it's a lot of fun. I'm sure there's other brands and I'm sure they're fabulous. So check it out, have fun, and definitely share with me, tag me in anything that you post so that I can take a look and see all your fantastic work as well. Thank you again for watching this one. Big, big, big thank you to our patrons. We love you and absolutely enjoy spending all the time with you and all the support that you give us. Can't thank you enough. Until next time, have fun and keep creating in the dark.